Yes, welcome back. It's the Europa League draw for the round of 16. This is where the competition really starts to heat up. Multiple good teams remaining. And of course, a huge British contingent with Steven Gerrard's Rangers plus Tottenham, Arsenal, and Manchester United. Leicester, of course, bowing out yesterday evening to Slavia Prague, a team that most I still think are going to want to play. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Hit that like button for us right now. We're here for the next hour or so. And we will keep bringing to you, we will be bringing to you the live reaction, giving you the opportunity to actually voice your opinion. But the only place that's going to allow you to do that, we're going to open up the Skype lines for you to call in and have your say. Good morning to Chelsea fan, whoever your real name is. Gerrard versus Mourinho could be good. Yeah, I think we're going to get a couple of saucy ties. I really do think we're going to get a couple of saucy ties for this. There's no doubt about it. There's an article I read this morning that for Man United, the three worst teams they could get in the draw, and they labelled them as Tottenham, Arsenal, and AC Milan. I mean, there's so many. I mean, there's, look at all the teams that are in this draw. If you look at it right now, you've got Tottenham. I mean, Spurs you don't want. Right now, for me, I don't want Spurs right now. Don't want Arsenal. Don't want AC Milan. Don't want Roma. Don't want Ajax. Everybody else I'll take. Everybody else in that I wouldn't mind. Once you get to the last 8, semi-finals, etc., maybe then I don't care so much. But I would, just because of where we are in the Premier League, I would like a relatively easy tie for the next round. That's kind of my preference in relation to that. Of course, Olympiacos in there, Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm not saying it's easy. Mol would be nice. Be a nice little bit of romance. I know how much the top Reds love a bit of romance. Dynamo Zagreb, wouldn't mind that as a tie. I wouldn't mind Rangers, really. Well, Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs will all slap. They will all slap Rangers. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Dynamo Kiev, not worried about them, as I say. But there is most definitely going to be a couple of absolute juicy ties that come out of this. There's no doubt about it in my mind. What about Napoli, Terry? I'll leave them off my list. They're not. Why are they not listed here in front of all the teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're not through. That's why. Napoli are out, right? Villarreal are there. They'll be a tough team actually to play. But I think Napoli are out. When you're saying why they're not on the list. Napoli are out, bro. Granada beat them. Beat them. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I thought so. You throw me a curveball. You're trying to catch me out. Maybe that is what it is. We're going to be joined by some of the panel in a few moments as well. Remember, today is the final. We're going to be releasing the results of the secret phrase today. We're going to be doing the prize draw during the Man United Chelsea preview at 5 p.m. today. So make sure you're tuning into that. That stream's already set up on the Football Terrace homepage. So go and like and bookmark that for 5 o'clock so you know where to go and where to be. We'll be revealing the winner. We'll be taking you through the website and then we'll be sending out. And we won't do the order quite live on the air because I don't want to reveal someone's address, but we'll do it. And you'll see the confirmation go because I know there's a lot of weird people out there that you don't actually send things to PayPal. We'll do it and show confirmation. So we'll do it live on the air and we'll pick out the winner tonight. Still an opportunity. There's a phrase in here. From today and it's related to football tactics. So it's a phrase in there. You've got one final chance to put yourself into the hat. There's one phrase remaining. Get your super chats in now. If you want to be part of that, get it done. There we go. Someone just randomly, Ben here just puts in Aguero. It's not Aguero. I wouldn't say that's a football tactic. That was more football commentary. But there we go. How Mold managed to get into the last round of 16 is beyond me. Maybe because they're a fairly decent team. Yeah, maybe, you know what I mean? I think people look at this, the standard of Mold has been like really played down in recent times because Oli did well there. So we have to make it sound like it's terrible, like it's the worst place in the world, etc. But there we go. There we go. Who do you guys want? Lily White Lane in the house here says, as a Spurs fan, what a challenging draw, as we always get the easiest teams. But you want a challenging draw. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying there. It's one of them things for me. I always find with you, look, the year Man United won it under Jose, and I'm going to get KJ on in a minute, but his camera's doing some madness. It's flicking. It's going crazy. I don't know what it's doing.
I'm trying to tell you that I'm here, my brother, but you wouldn't add me in yourself, so I did it myself.
I could see you, but I wasn't sure if you were trying to set your camera up because it was going from the EOS to this to that. So yeah. I was like, I don't know what man's doing. But yeah, the year Man United won it under Jose, like, to be blunt, we didn't play a tough game. I didn't think we didn't. I didn't feel like we played a top team. Ajax in the final, yes, but it was when a lot of their now stars were like babies, like proper. I don't shake it. My mum still does my ironing for me, kind of babies, and yeah. So I still celebrate it. Like, I know sometimes there's pride. 2 years I've seen Man United win the European Cup, the Champions League. We had such tough runs from start to finish, group stages, everything, and it makes it a little sweeter when you win. But I'm not even gonna lie. If we got to play, like, if we got Rangers in the next round and knocked them out, and in the quarterfinals we got Mold because they were still in it, and then in the semi-finals we got Young Boys, and then in the final we got Slavia Prague, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm celebrating that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want, but it's highly unlikely. How are you feeling ahead of the draw? Are there teams you want to avoid, KJ, or are you just up for whatever comes out?
Yeah, if we can avoid Arsenal, Spurs, Roma, Milan, yeah, those four, and I'm good. Everyone else, yo, okay, let's go for it. I would love Rangers just for the shootout, fam. Just for the shootout and to sink Stevie G. I would love Rangers, fam.
I'd like to beat Stevie G just because of the Liverpool thing. And this season, the amount of people that message me, and it's always light-hearted and nice. It's just, do you think Stevie G is going to be this? Is he going to be the next big thing? Is he going to be X, Y, and Z? And I sort of feel like, no. I'm like, nah, not for me. Or maybe he will, but it's like, calm down. He's doing it in Scotland. Like, if you do, I just feel like if you do well in Scotland with Rangers or Celtic, I don't know why it doesn't impress me. It's like being a bouncer at Mothercare. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like, who you throwing out of there, bruv? You know, when you used to go to those like under 18 discos when you were younger, but they were do you ever go to one? I don't know if they existed when you were coming up. But when we were kids, there used to be this thing where when I moved to Essex, there was this nightclub there that was called Kings. And it was like it was a really popular nightclub in Essex. But they used to do this thing on Wednesday nights and it was called Detention. And it was an under 18 nightclub, right? But they used to use her doorman on it. And I didn't know this until I got older. They had the same doorman working the kids thing where everyone was 13, 14 as working at the weekends for grown-ups. And that's what winning the league at Rangers is like. It's like being a doorman at under 18s nightclub disco thing. It's just like, I'm not impressed. It doesn't impress me that you threw out some 12-year-olds. Do you know what I mean? Because they flushed too much toilet paper down the toilets. You get what I mean? Like, that's how I feel it is in Rangers.
Now, you know what it is, it's just is that the league is very uncompetitive in terms of the top. I'm pretty sure the teams in between, like below them, they're similar level and they compete. But at the top, it's clearly obvious there's top two. So going there to win things is a confidence booster. I think Lampard should really go after the Celtic job if he really wants to get his confidence back and win a couple of things and taste silverware. Yo, Neil Lennon resigned, bro, after conceding the league, basically.
Yeah.
Lampard, go over there, get in there early, get your philosophy down, and go and challenge your ex-England teammate in Stevie G for the title, bro. You know what I mean? The media will love it. You'll get not as much exposure over there, Stevie and G, people probably forget that you manage Chelsea, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
no, 110% agree. I think it's the right. It is a really good learning ground. But I think it's a really good place for me. It's learning how to manage, learning how to handle relationships. That's what I think it's amazing for young. I think that Gerrard's actually doing the right thing by being at that level. And I think Lampard, I get when Chelsea comes along, you've got to take it. But there's an element for me where I feel Lampard should have stayed at Derby for another 2 or 3 years, cut his teeth, learnt what works and what doesn't, without being exposed to, you know, sort of the media scrutiny that comes with being a Premier League manager, especially managing one of the very, very top clubs. And I think Gerrard's doing the right thing. I suppose all I get frustrated, a bit like David's views on Mason Mount. I just get frustrated at he's killing it up there. He's smashing it. And you're talking about him like he's doing a Pep or doing a Zidane, like first job. And
he's doing very well. He's doing very well considering what Rangers went through as a club, obviously going down, having to work their way up. And I think when they came back in, they weren't smashing it like they are now. They're just doing okay and slowly returning to where they are. Lampard, Gerrard has elevated them to be better than Celtic, yes, but to act like he should now get the Liverpool job after Klopp, to act like now that he is ready for the Premier League is wrong. You know what I mean? He's not. He's not.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's what it is for me. It's that he's ready now to take over from Klopp when Klopp steps down, and I think that, of course, I know a lot of football fans don't like, just updating something, don't like romance. But for me, it's so important. For me, it's like, it's why I love football. Aside from, I'm entertained by the game, right? And I know we always wind Ram up for this, but I wouldn't pick a great story over genuine success. But what I do want is genuine success with an amazing story. So we even spoke about last night. I would love Henderson now to become a Man United #1 and to go on to have a career as good as David De Gea, as Edwin van der Sar, as Peter Schmeichel. Because romance-wise, an academy player that comes to your club at 8, 9 years old, doing that is absolutely amazing in my opinion. So yeah, for me, I want that with Gerrard. I just think everyone's got to slow down a little bit. I think everyone's getting a little bit sort of too ahead of themselves. One super chat here says, "Is it fossil football?" It is not fossil football. Keep your guesses coming in. There's one place left in the prize draw to win a My Secret shirt today. Thank you, by the way, to Ian Lee for becoming an official squad member of the Football Terrace. Being a member of the Football Terrace is going to be very, very important moving forward as we move into this new world, which is, I keep talking about this, will be announced very, very soon indeed. There's going to be brand new bits of content every week for members only, early access videos, member only streams, member only accesses to particular websites that we're going to be partnering with. That's going to have amazing content for you, including shows with ex-professionals, with journalists. We've got an amazing show on Monday with a top-level agent in the game who manages some of the current Liverpool squad, who's going to be on the show. It's going to be a stream open to everybody, but for member-only chat. So get yourself upgraded now. Become an official member of the Football Terrace. All the information for that is inside our description below. We've got Neeks joining us now as well. Neeks, welcome back, bro. How you doing? I thought you were streaming elsewhere. I was about to retweet you.
Yeah, no, at 12 o'clock because that's the draws at 12, isn't it?
Yeah. I just retweeted it just as you were coming in. I was like, I swear.
Okay. Neeks, yeah, I set up my stream and then I see a message like live Europa League in the chat. I was like, oh, I didn't know you were going live, so I thought I'll jump on here before.
Oh, what it is, I saw your stream and I thought, nah, I ain't letting him do that. I'm gonna do mine.
But no, listen, it should be an interesting draw. I think there's a lot of subplots. I don't know if you've gone through any of them, but like Arteta going back to Rangers, that's one. Arsenal, Emery, Villarreal. You got Zlatan at AC Milan, Man United. Of course, you can get a North London derby. I think there's a lot of different interesting ties that could come up. I want an interesting one. I want Man United against Molde. Solskjaer back against his old side. Easy draw through to the quarterfinals. That's what I want. I don't want no Premier League bonanza. No, I don't want any of that. I just want a simple see you in the next round kind of draw.
Mate, I agree with I agree with you. I want the same thing, and that there are so many subplots as you say for managers, and that romance element. I think the Europa League really has to pull on them as well, because it's still. I always feel that until the big teams start playing each other, it's always a bit of a difficult sell. Even though I know my club's in it, I'll watch any Man. Look, if we were playing in the Vauxhall Conference, I'm watching it with the same. If you get what I mean, right? Like last night's game was weird because I watched it and I just didn't feel nervous at any point. And when I don't feel nervous about Man United, it's a different feeling for me, right? Yeah. But but they have to kind of sell these things. And Zlatan coming back to Old Trafford would be an interesting one. I want the mold one though. I want mold. I want him to. I want him to. One, they're easier than everybody else, and secondly, it's Ollie's old team. In terms of Arsenal though, I mean, Arsenal nearly went out last night. Like they're gonna desperately want an easy draw, aren't they? Because their season. Unlike the Spurs have still got a cup final, right? As an example, we're well in the top 4 hunt. Arsenal get a top team and go out. That's it. Season over.
Well, as I said yesterday, like they were 5 minutes. I know 87th minute, but plus stoppage time, they were about 5 minutes away from their season finishing before February was over. So of course, they're gonna want an easy draw. But I'm gonna be honest, like obviously, Man United we're better than them, so there's less easy draws for them than there are for us. I think, like for example, them playing Rangers ain't gonna be easy. Whereas I would take Rangers all day long. And now maybe you speak to Arsenal fans, maybe they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take Rangers. You're 11th in the Premier League." Like I think with young boys, just take that and run if you can get it in it. But for me, I think like they're not gonna want Man United, Spurs. I don't think they should want Rangers personally. They're not gonna want Villarreal. I think United probably do. Yeah, Roma, AC Milan. I think there's a lot. Like, let's be honest. Look. But to be fair, I don't even want Shakhtar. But looking at the list, Man United are favourites. Doesn't mean we're going to go and win it, but Man United are favourites to win the Europa League because of where we are in the league. Obviously, we were one of the teams that dropped out of the Champions League, so you automatically, on a higher quote unquote seeding. I know there's no seeding at the moment, but for Arsenal, listen. Their season, the next 5 games for them, and for us, to be fair, it's still very critical for how their season's going to go. But their season could be over within like 3 games. Whereas whatever happens for us, whatever happens for Spurs, we're still going to have something to fight for at some point later on in the season.
Yeah. Man United are fighting until the last few weekends. Unless we actually go on a really good run in the Premier League. If we won our next 5 Premier League games, then I would be very confident to say we're making top 4. We're going to be in that race. Igal tweeted...
I'm going to be honest, Cherry. I know you're doing a preview later. I don't know if I'm going to be able to jump on that. But if we beat Chelsea on Sunday, and it's an if, but if we do, for me, I think top 4's ours. Because we'll be 9 points clear of both Liverpool and Chelsea, at least 9 points clear of Liverpool, because we're 9 at the moment, and 9 points clear of Chelsea. I can't see us dropping out at that point. I don't see West Ham as a big threat. I think West Ham will probably drop out. So it's Chelsea and Liverpool fighting for the last spot. If we can win that game, I think it's a massive, massive, massive step to securing top 4.
Mate, I hear you on that. I really do. Igal's point, remember, 5 p.m. today on the Football Terrace. We're previewing that game. Igal put out earlier on today, about an hour ago, teams I don't want in the draw for the Europa League: Tottenham, Villarreal, Man United, AC Milan, and is it pronounced Granada? Granada. Like Granada Studios. Okay, cool. Granada. Yeah. They're who he doesn't want. I mean, do you think Igal is sleeping on anybody there?
Yeah, I think he's sleeping on Shakhtar. I think they could definitely give Arsenal a run for their money. If they can give them one. Yeah, Shakhtar, there's one they're sleeping on. And again, I know it's not the same Ajax team, but Ajax are a similar level to Benfica, maybe a bit better.
They're better. I say better.
They're better. So like, I feel like Ajax, they would cause Arsenal trouble as well.
And Ajax are about 6 points clear at top of their league with a game in hand. So as the competition progresses, those teams that either have nothing to fight for in the league because either they're so far ahead or so far behind, those teams can rest up. And we know the European teams, they don't care. Like they will forego their league because the European glory, especially in Europa League, means so much more to them. Whereas us in the Premier League, there's so much more money involved in the Premier League that a lot of teams are still like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to try and balance both competitions. When Sevilla won it 3 years in a row, they're like, oh, whatever. I don't care if we finish 6th, 7th, 8th in La Liga. I'm trying to win this competition. So teams like Shakhtar and Ajax, they're going to go all out for it.
Yeah.
Well,
The Europa League is actually very prestigious to the European clubs.
Yeah,
but it's over here in England is where we can say we show it disrespect. I'm not too sure. The way you look at
I
it,
agree.
like we show it disrespect, and the rest of Europe are like, actually, no, it's a European competition. It's the before it was they called the UEFA Cup, and that was also highly respected.
Well, when it was the UEFA Cup, for me, it was a highly respected because I think there was less teams in the Champions League, so you had a lot more quality teams in the UEFA Cup. It's when they expanded the Champions League, and you ended up having to travel to Kazakhstan on a Thursday, where it's like, I'm not doing this. Send the youth out there.
Yeah.
Of course, but it's also in the Premier League. The issue you have is that coming like 10th in the Premier League gives you more prize money. In fact, getting relegated from the Premier League, you get more prize money than winning the Europa League. And that's where, look, the Champions League has become huge. And obviously they've tried to create almost this kind of Super Bowl type feel around it, which I understand. They want to make it the biggest and the best. But I actually think by making it bigger and adding more teams, you kind of dilute it, because even in the group stages, the only time you get good group stages is when you have a team like Man United who have underperformed a bit domestically and they end up in a pot 2, pot 3, and you get quite a strong group. You can often get groups now where you're like, not even that interested. Like, I always find
look at Arsenal's group. Arsenal's group this year, like at the end of the group stage, they were the best performing team in Europe across both competitions because they had Dundalk and those kind of things. It was it's ridiculous.
Even in the Champions League, the group stages are watered down now. You know, it's and I get why they do it. They want teams from Ireland, from different sort of European countries that are developing their game of football to feel like they're involved. But what you do is you make a lot of dead rubbers. You make a lot of boring games. And every now and then you get a shock result and it's great. But I always felt that's what the FA Cup was for. For me, what I loved growing up when I watched the Champions League, it felt like every game was dangerous. It felt like every game was a potential banana skin. Like if you had say there was only 4 groups, and it was literally just the champions and the team that came second in the league. I'm not saying get rid of all 4.
Yeah.
But then, so I wouldn't mind that. If they said it was only the top 2 that go in the Champions League, the next 2 go into the Europa League, and they split the money, say 65% to the Champions League and 45% to the Europa League, you would have 2 brilliant competitions. What they've basically done is they've amalgamated it all into one, but then you only get one winner. And for me, I do prefer how it used to be. The same with all the shit. The Champions League heats up really and truly now. Europa League takes generally until the quarterfinals and beyond to really kind of heat up and for everybody to feel like, we're here now and we've arrived.
And the real I guess prize, as you said, the money in the Premier League compared to you win the Europa League is a massive disparity. But now because you can win it and get into the Champions League, that's a bigger reason why more teams, especially the English, would take it a bit more serious than they would say 10 years ago.
I understand why they did that for the Europa League. It was to get the bigger teams more serious. It was to get people more interested in the competition. Yeah. But again, you just dilute the Champions Leagues because you're telling me a team that wins the second standard of European competition and could finish 10th, they deserve to be in the Champions League. That makes no sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like for me, that doesn't make any sense. It should be you win the Europa League, you get a bye into the Europa League again, or you get into the qualifying round of the
Champions League.
Yeah, where you have to prove yourself to be worth going into the Champions League. So because Arsenal, I personally think Arsenal should, like many people have said, go for the Europa League. It's a competition they can win. If you look at the teams with the luck of the draw and good form, they could actually win the Europa League. So
yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. One question is, I know Neeks has got to go in a minute. Neeks, who do you make, and we want to ask this question to the viewers as well. We're going to share the link for people to call in very soon. Also, who do you make the favourites to win the Europa League this year?
I think it has to be Man United. To be honest, you look at the quality of our players. Let's say the size of our club. The fact is we're a Champions League dropout for this year. So us, I would say Shakhtar maybe second favourites. But when you look at because the other biggest teams that we talk about are Roma, AC Milan. They all were in the Europa League from the start. There's a reason why they were there. So I will go Man United favourite, Shakhtar second favourite. Shakhtar are such a dangerous side.
Yeah, Shakhtar are the best Brazilian team to play in Europe, as I normally say.
Facts.
But yeah, see, favourites. So I think we are the like, if you was gonna say one, I think we are the favourites for this competition. Last year with it was a bit different because you did have Sevilla, who's won this competition many years before, and you did have Inter Milan. So us three as a whole were like, yo, this is gonna be tough. And they had Leverkusen as well, but they just got absolutely pammed this year, which is ridiculous, which is mad. But yeah, so
Napoli went out as well. There's some big teams dropped out. Napoli went out. Lille, who's top of Ligue 1, they got knocked out.
Yeah, so like now, if you look at all the teams that left, you have to say Manchester United. Like, if you're a Man United fan and you're still saying that we're not favourites for this competition, you're being scared, fam. Yeah, you're being scared.
100%, you're being weak if you do that, because Man United have to be considered favourites for this. With all due respect, like AC Milan, I put them up near the top. Shakhtar, I'll be honest with you, I don't know enough about them to have a opinion like that. So
no, I don't know a lot about Shakhtar man for man, but they're like, as a club, they're always in and around Champions League group, maybe just getting out, maybe just missing out. So when it comes to Europa League, they surely have to be.
And I swear they went far last year in the Europa League. It was either quarters or semis that they got to. Actually, it was semis. I think it was quarters. I think someone knocked him out. But they're still a very good team. Obviously, you got Ajax in there. I wouldn't say they're favourites, but they're a good team. Arsenal and Tottenham, they are on the list of favourites just for the fact that they're Premier League teams.
I'm not putting Arsenal anywhere near, but I would put Tottenham purely because of Jose Mourinho.
And who they've got. Well, the thing with Arsenal is as well, though, they have to be, for me, when I look at that list when it comes to Arsenal, I would put them above they should be rated above everybody on that list, probably barring Man United, barring Tottenham. And you could probably argue AC Milan, right? Because of
they're behind Leeds in the league.
No, but I know where they are. I know where they are. Yeah. But the point is, with the players they've got, with the money they spend, in comparison, in the Premier League, Arsenal will say things like, "We don't spend as much money as City, United, Liverpool."
Yeah.
More than all the other teams in the Europa League. So you don't have an excuse there. You should still be better, but you're not. We've got some super chats here. First one from Ben Marshall says, "Is the phrase park the bus?" No, it's not. Park the bus, but it is a football phrase that we use on the football, or it's used by viewers or host members on the football terrace about football tactics. Monster Ahmed here, a Liverpool fan who I bet he can't wait for it. I bet Liverpool, Chelsea and City fans are probably watching this draw laughing. He says, imagine if Arsenal get Spurs and lost. Would their celebration of beating Benfica be worthless? No, because they still beat them. It's like saying I can't celebrate any win until I win the trophy at the end of the road, but it would definitely hurt them. It goes, I'll bet it'll be a big embarrassment and worst season for them. Look, if Spurs knock out Arsenal in this competition, it is absolutely open season. Absolutely open season. When will the secret shirt competition be revealed? During tonight's live Man United Chelsea preview, I'll be putting all the names into one of my hats, and I'm going to draw it out live on the air, and one of you will win. And then what I need you to do to me is, if you win, is DM me your proper name, because I bet your name isn't blue_FT on your passport. You send me your name and your address, and I'll order it live on the air and show confirmation, show that all our haters know that we actually do what we say we're going to do. We've got a few more super chats to do here. Have you got a shoot, Neeks?
Yeah, I'm going to head out now.
All right then, bro. I'll chat to you soon, mate. I want to hold on.
Take care, man.
Speak to you in a bit. Take care, bro.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, I say in a bit, Nick.
Francis here says the thing about useless Arsenal is when you think they can't, that's when they put in a performance. As a Man United fan, I want to avoid them. Listen, I know KGN, 110%. We agree with that notion, 110%. Freestyle football, it's not freestyle football, but keep your guesses coming in. It's a well-known football phrase that relates to styles or tactics. Make sure you get that done right now. Low block. It isn't low block, but that's another good guess. Keep your super chats coming in, ladies and gentlemen. The draw is literally starting in a few moments' time. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Share it on your social media platforms as well. I'm streaming the the thing as well. Share the stream on your social media platform. That's very, very important that you do that right about now. You give it a little bit of.
Well, here we go. You got the intro starting on my stream.
Oh, you're a bit in front of me, so.
Okay, yeah. I'll keep my mouth.
We're also doing a pilot show on Sunday here on the Football Terrace. We're doing watch-alongs are coming back, but watch-alongs with a difference. No other channel is doing them how we're going to be doing them. It's head-to-head rivals up against each other, live on the air. We're going to have a Chelsea fan and a Manchester United fan watching the game together. Fingers crossed simultaneously for you all. So they're back on the Football Terrace, and we've got something big coming into that space as well. Thank you to Andrew Gillespie as well for becoming a legend member of the Football Terrace. It means a great deal to us that you're getting that done. Sign up right now for your membership. Right about now, from as little as 99p. We've got a big show, members only chat coming on Monday with a massive football agent. It looks after a couple of current Liverpool players plus some legends, and we're talking all things football with him, talking transfers coming up. And we're also going to talk about how transfers work. So if you have any questions that you would want us to pose to an agent about the transfer market, etc., let us know right about now. Draws moments away. We're going to be moving this forward in a few moments. They're doing an intro. I hate all this. Do you know what? I know they've got to make a TV show, and I shouldn't know what I do, but I'm just like, do the damn draw.
No, for me, it's just like, fam, it's the Europa League, bro. No one wants to see the ceremonies, the videos of the past round, and no one cares, bro. Like,
I know. It's like everyone just cares about that bit being done. Monsieur Ahmed says heavy metal football. It's not heavy metal football, but get it in. Predictions, KJ. Who do you think Man United are going to get?
Knowing UEFA and these pagans, we're getting AC Milan and Arsenal, bro. Like, I can see it. We are just gonna get like some mad tie, and it's just gonna make our lives difficult. I want the easy, literally, I don't care. I want the easiest tie, so that when it comes to playing in the league, we can focus on the league, and then when it comes to the Europa League, we can rotate a bit because we will know we can beat this team and go through. That's all I want. Yeah. None of this. We might have to sacrifice the league game for the Europa League or vice versa. None of that. Give me mold.
Yeah.
Give me molder.
I think I'm gonna go I'm gonna predict the British teams here. So I'm gonna write these down and see what I'm gonna get. So we'll both do ours and we'll see how they come out. I'm gonna say Man United. I think we're gonna get Ajax.
Well, Man United just come up. Bruno Fernandes is the player on the screen. There's Ollie. They're showing Rashford's goal against the Sociedad. Boom, there we go.
Right, so I think Spurs. I'm going to go with Spurs Arsenal draw. I think we're going to get that, and then Rangers. I think Rangers are going to get an easy one. I think they're going to be the ones who get mauled. And who were your predictions for each of those teams?
Okay, so who you say for Man United and Arsenal?
So Man United, I said Ajax. Arsenal, Spurs. I think is what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then Rangers. Okay, they're going to get mauled. I'm going to say United, AC Milan. This is what I would love to see. Arsenal Shakhtar. Ooh. I think Spurs will get Mulder.
Okay.
And then Rangers, they will probably get a team. I think they'll probably get someone like Slavia Prague, someone around their level where it will be a good draw. Slavia
Prague. Nice. Well, that'd be an interesting one. It's quite good intro. Do you know what I also with the Europa League that bothers me, right? Is I know that the Champions League theme tune is epic.
Iconic. Yeah.
The Europa League one, it's never going to have the same feeling because winning the Champions League is the joint pinnacle of club football. But the Europa League tune is just, it sounds like a dodgy opening credit to like a bang average reality TV show. Do you know what I mean? Like a big type Geordie Shore type tune. It's sort of like, why don't you invest in making it like you want it? I like epic music. You want it to be like, I'm up for it now. When I hear that, it's sort of like, okay, when's the real song starting? It's just, it's horrible. It's really horrible.
When I don't get, why don't man have to stand there and listen to it like it's the Champions League theme? If I was a footballer standing there, just like, Why am I listening to this crap, bro? Let's play football, fam. Like with the Champions League, it's like, oh, like it's the champions. You know what I mean? Like, yes. The
I know.
European League's young. Why am I listening to that? Yo, play the game so I can go home.
I know it's genuinely it's a madness. It's a legitimate madness. We've got a super chat here that says Tottenham will qualify for the inaugural Europa Conference League if they beat Man City in the Carabao Cup.
Yo,
do you know
what is this competition? I'm so confused.
Someone sent me like a link the other day that kind of goes through it. I haven't even bothered reading it. Do you know it's mad? Like as bad as Man United are run and as poor as we've been in recent years, we ain't near that competition, right? So we ain't going to be in that competition. I haven't read about it, but it just I don't even know when they're going to play it. I'm so confused. They're going to play it on like Thursday mornings or something. I don't know. Like
it's an actual disgrace. Why do we need that?
Why do we need it? They're playing it alongside Europa League games on Thursdays.
Yeah, but why though? What's the point?
I don't know, man. More is this in it.
Yeah, but the Europa League barely gets this. What does a Conference League? All right, listen, get out of here with that nonsense.
You know what? Do you know where you'll find it'll be making money? It will be for it's a bit like the World Cup, right? Like it's in terms of like putting it. It's a case of let's let people from like UEFA wants more countries to like affiliate itself to it because that's where they make their money. So they're just making a tournament to give to all the clubs. All the dozens and dozens of European countries that don't have teams that are even good enough to get to the knockout stages of the Europa League. So you got to think about the conference is going to have teams like Dundalk are going to do well in it. Teams that you've never heard of that Mole beat every week in Norway are going to be in it. It's going to be that level of club.
I'm sorry. If they do that, the top 5 leagues should not be allowed in it. They should not be allowed in it.
No, I hear you.
Because it would like be a martial arts tournament. And it's like 13-year-old children, and then you got that 16-year-old who's built like a man, just beating them all up.
It's not even, mate. It's not even that. It's not even just a man. It's literally right. You've got all these kids sort of doing their Karate Kid style crane techniques, and then Khabib walks in. Like, right, that's what it's going to be like. It's stupid,
like,
but
what is the point, man?
There is a point. There is a point. I agree with you that the top 5 leagues shouldn't be in it, but we have to think about it. Those lesser teams will be making more money that per season than they would have normally, and that then gives them a chance to move forward with their history. Because if they recruit well, who knows? They could be a Europa League team within a year or two.
Okay, that is fair enough. I get that, but like, don't let these bigger teams in there because you just ruin it.
Yeah, there's no point.
Imagine next year if Arsenal or Spurs are in that. Like, but did you know where it becomes peak? If Arsenal and Spurs are in it, and they don't win, it's the ultimate embarrassment because you are so honestly. I gave the example earlier. It's a bouncer at Mothercare. Like you should be the hardest, strongest person in there. But I don't know if you will be. Now they're still chatting on here. Let's get this draw going, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know it looks like they are. The balls are out. Talking about balls, Manscaped.
Yes,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Manscaped are our title sponsors. You can get 20% off your weed whacker. You can get 20% off of your ball wipes. You can get 20% off. This is the pièce de résistance. This is the lawnmower they call it. I'm getting it out of the box now. It's not been used. It's fresh. This is the lawnmower.
Got it light as well, so you can get through all
what you use to keep the old Kiwis smooth. This is what you do to get the old Dolphin's beak. Thank you very much here to Pav, who's put in a super chat. Says, I want Rangers. I wouldn't mind Rangers. I wouldn't mind giving Steven Gerrard an absolute pamming again from a Man United fan's point of view. Kesh, you're a Gooner though. Who would you like and who do you really want to avoid?
I want to avoid everyone. For me, I'll take Mold again. The teams I'm trying to avoid is Villarreal, the English teams, Ajax and Roma.
Oh, you're not even Shakhtar. You're Shakhtar, bro. Them man could.
Yeah, I watch Shakhtar quite a lot though. They're very good going forward and everything, but they're very poor at the back. So
basically Arsenal. So it will be a shootout.
Yeah, so it's an even game.
So it's a toss-up. Fair enough. Nah, like if you guys get Rangers, them man will give you a game. I think you'll beat them anyway.
We're gonna give them a good game.
It'll be a shootout. Like I said, even with Man United, it'll be a shootout. It'll be an absolute shootout, and I wouldn't mind that. Personally, I said that about Leeds when United won. I said that about who did I say about that again? There's another game that I said it would be a shootout, and it was a shootout. So yeah,
imagine what it would be if we got Olympiacos and they knocked us out again.
Oh, no, the scenes. The
thing is, when you're a Premier League club, though, in this tournament, unless you're knocked out by another Premier League club or a big team that's fallen out of the Champions League, it's always going to be embarrassing because of the financial superiority we have over all of them. There is no reason not to be.
Right, Man
United have to be looked at as favourites here, and if we don't win the tournament from this point, it's winning the FA Cup is harder than winning this tournament because Man City are in it, because Chelsea are in it as it stands right now. There is no one outside of the other English clubs who are as good as those two teams left in this tournament. So I've always said that, like, winning in some respects, winning the League Cup and FA Cup's harder than winning the Europa League at point, and there isn't no one in there. If Real Madrid had fallen out of the Europa Champions League like they nearly did, then maybe you could argue, no, they're favourites. Shane here says Terry just read that Pogba has a setback. We all know he's world class, but can you check how many games he has missed from injury from when he signed? I will do that. Probably not on this show. We'll cover that on the Chelsea Manchester United preview.
You know what I need?
The draw is very close to happening now, I think. I can't hear what they're saying because it's muted. But there we go. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Around 1,400 people watching live. Hit the share button, first and foremost, on your social media platforms. Like it, subscribe, and become an official member of the Football Terrace. Draw is getting underway momentarily. You're going to get live, instant reaction here from the Football Terrace. Of course, our mod who... I hope he's moderating still, even though he's sitting here on camera. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Lincoln, is your mic even selected, please?
Tap your mic. Tap your mic.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. This sounded... You might have to adjust the mic levels because it's hella blurry.
Listen, I need City to drop some points so United can get back into the race and drop out.
Nah. Listen. That ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening. People in the live chat on the YouTube are saying NDL. What does NDL even? What does that mean?
It's in all the live chats.
Oh gosh, I told you to turn it down, not turn it up.
It's all right then. Hold on. Yeah, it's right.
I've turned you down. Do you know what it is, bro? Do you know what it is? You've got a condensed. You've got like a.
I said wrong first.
Don't say nothing, please. Like just delay things, okay? Lincoln, you know the kind of mic you've got. You're meant to be as close to it as KJ or I am. The reason it's echoey is because you're here talking the whole time. You're really far away from it. You've got to be close to it and then just talk normal. First team out is gonna be. We know it is because Lincoln. It's gonna be Ajax. It's KJ's reaction is Ajax. I predicted Ajax would get Manchester United. That is who I predicted. Let's just wait and see. I don't understand how I've seen the draw as well. I'm ahead of you. Okay. Who are we going to be? Is my prediction going to be right, ladies and gentlemen? Do I have inside knowledge into what's going on? Most of the viewers probably already know. It's going to be Man United, isn't it? It's going to be Man United.
How far behind are you?
Boys.
You're well behind.
Refresh your stream, bro. You refresh your stream, my brother. That is so far behind. What are you watching it on?
On BT's actual web, like BT
website. That. Go YouTube, fam. They got it on YouTube.
Today. So this is the first encounter. Let's continue.
Hey, go on. I had the stream right there.
Yeah. Listen, boys, keep our mouths shut until young Dong Terry can get on.
Villarreal just came out. Cool.
Cool. Dynamo Kiev versus Villarreal. Okay, so all my guesses are on. All my guesses are still on. Also, I wish you could mute the chat and just not look not. See.
Do you know you can pop it out and I'm just not doing that. Get your super chats in, people. Here we go. So we know where we're at. So I don't know why. How can their actual channel be behind their YouTube channel? It's crazy. Roma, this is a tough one. Roma.
I beg Arsenal or Spurs get these man. Please.
Allow it.
Please.
Go on now.
I can just say, I know it's going to be United. I know it's going to be United.
Bit of Arsenal.
It's gotta be United.
I think the English club's gonna get the English clubs. You know.
That's a good tie. That's a good tie.
Yeah,
That's a good side. That's a really good side. But do you know what's interesting? Ajax, Shakhtar, Roma. That's three big teams that the English club, British clubs are already avoiding. But it also means the English teams might draw each other, and the British teams might draw each other because they're remaining. So here we go. Next one out the hat, ladies and gentlemen. Keep hitting that like button.
Okay, one of my guesses is done.
Olympiacos.
It's Cash. What are you doing?
Listen,
Listen, bro.
Yeah, like a second ahead of me.
Olympiacos.
You keep your mouth
Yeah,
shut.
you know what, pause your stream for like 1 second and then unpause it. That's really getting time.
Next out. Oh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, I love how long they take just to like.
Oh no, just get it out, mate. Just get it
Get
out.
out, bro.
What did I say?
They're just feeling the right ball. Make sure it's the right temperature.
No way. Did they just
Oh, it's Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Again. It's Arsenal Olympiacos. Wow.
It's rigged.
1 second. What an easy tie for Olympiacos. Do you know what I mean? What a touch for them.
Arsenal are through. Yo, hey, listen, Kesh, enjoy the quarterfinals, fam.
Revenge.
There we go. Absolutely. Next up out of the box.
Come on.
We're seeing this live. Who's it gonna be? It is
Genk.
Dynamo. Is that Dynamo Zagreb? Dynamo.
No.
Mate. I don't know who they are. I take them.
I have no idea who that is.
Croatian team.
No. Dynamo Kiev has been Zagreb. Yeah, it's Zagreb. That's
Zagreb. Yeah, here we go.
I think
Is it going to be?
Cash, man.
Come on, man.
It's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. I knew it. They always get the easy ones. They always get.
Bun this brother.
Did he keep going too early?
Again,
He's gonna be in the mud.
I did hear a rumor. I did hear a rumor. Kesh, you watching it on TV?
Yeah.
That's why it's ahead. Yeah. Bump, right? I pay for Sky Q. Sky Q gets sent into my office, but it doesn't. BT don't come through on it. It's such annoying.
Oh, here we go.
And United are out. Right. I'm actually going to mute all of you now. Shut your mouths. Who United getting? We can't get Tottenham. We can't get Arsenal. AC Milan, the only real big boys left that we can get, Only big boys we can get left. Who's it going to be? Who are Man United going to get? Oh, shit, my pants. Go on, be Rangers. Give us Rangers. Give us CBG. Give us CBG.
I knew it. I told
you. Milan. Why do we get a hard ones all the time?
I told you.
Even though in the Europa League, we're still getting the Champions League ties, fam.
I told you we're getting AC Milan. I told you we're getting AC Milan.
Ibra.
What did I say?
Oh, God. Ibra.
Of course we did. Oh, just pull it.
You know what? But you know what? I'm annoyed because I wanted an easy tie, like I said. But I still make us favourites. We can still beat AC Milan.
We can still beat AC Milan, but it's still it's a tougher draw than it needs to be. It's a tougher draw than it needs to be.
Best form in that game.
It's just needless. It's needless. It's needless.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's needless. No, it's needless, bro. It's needless. Them man get Olympiacos and Dynamo Zagreb, and we get. I told you, needless. You know what? I'm taking a leaf out of the Arsenal fans' hat. Tinfoil hat. Rigged.
Oh, now you
land.
I want to ring.
Man, do you know what? What's your genuine feelings towards that, KJ?
What towards what?
Getting AC Milan on a real.
On a real, it's just for me. It's just like we can still win the game. It's not about we will lose or we'll get like embarrassed. It's just another tie that's hard for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
At least it's going to give us a tie. I mean, like what? The tie was eventually done in the first leg for us.
Especially with the season.
Real tie right now.
Lincoln, what are you talking about, Lincoln?
Well, no, like the tie for us against Social, it was literally done in the first leg. We just ended it in the first leg 4-0. And then
did you want that tie at the start?
No.
Exactly.
I don't mind it either. It's a challenge. You want our players to be challenged. No, I want to see Dean Henderson.
You know what it is? I understand the concept of being challenged, right? But for me, what it comes down to is this. I wanted an easier tie this round, not because I'm scared of playing any of the teams. There's no team in the Europa League that I'm legit scared of. But it's like, while we're still not secure in the top four, I wanted an easier tie. The good thing about this, and this is the positive for this for Manchester United, we've now had a hard tie 2 rounds running. If we get through this and we do go on to win it, as we should because we're the best team in it, you got all the easy teams. The good thing is no salt can be thrown at us by rivals. Ollie outers, if we get through, we've beaten to get through this round, we've beaten 2 of the best teams in the tournament. A lot of them said Sociedad would batter us. A lot of Ollie's outers are now going to say we're going to get outclassed by AC Milan. And do you know what? Zlatan, I feel like Zlatan's coming home as well. There's an element of that I really quite like. But yeah, man, it's a good tie. Everybody else's ties are dead. Do you know what I mean? Man United are literally saving the Europa League this year.
Right. Yeah, we are in that sense, but it's just like we don't need this. We don't need this. Why are the teams in 10th and 11th and 9th getting the easy draws? And the team in second is getting the hardest one. It makes no sense.
I hear that.
Something to play for, man.
Guys, we're going to open up the lines now for viewers to come on and have their say. Call in now. I'm putting it in the chat feature. I'm also going to share it on the Discord server as well for people to come on, have their little chat, have their say. I agree with you as well. By the way, KJ, I just feel like we always seem to get the hardest ties in domestic competitions. We always seem to get hard ties in Europe. Well, we very rarely get, oh, wow, what an easy draw, what an easy tie. We should win that simplistically. If you're on the Discord server right now, I've shared the link to call in on there as well. So come and have your say. Links, listen, mate, thank you very much for coming on, having your say, mate. We'll chat to you again soon, my brother.
In a bit, guys.
Oh, ho! I
knew he was going to get Olympiacos. It was just so obvious. So obvious.
We're going to be putting Fixers on the show. There's now Fixers, a Man United fan. What's your reaction to drawing AC Milan?
I'm not happy about it.
Okay, tell me why. Why?
Well, because I don't think I don't see us getting past AC Milan.
Why?
Well, because look at they're a really good team. Like they have some good players and they have Zlatan. You know, it's like I just have a bad feeling about this one. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I understand why. Listen, Man United, with all due respect to AC Milan, we have a better team than them. We should be beating them. My issue isn't being able to beat AC Milan. It's having a tough game in a tough season where everything's congested. I would have just liked a nice, simplistic one that we know we're going to win. Equally, though, you get beat by AC Milan and go out, it's not as embarrassing as getting beat by Olympiacos or Prague or someone like that. So there are silver linings to getting the harder teams.
Yeah, it's true. Like if as I said before the tie, if against Sociedad, if we got knocked out by Sociedad, I wouldn't be too upset due to the fact that it's less games to be played. And can go on to secure top 4. That's the main important thing.
Yeah.
This
no, but
one now.
Sociedad is not really a good team. They just had a little bit of spark at the beginning of this season. We beaten them. I wasn't really surprised with that one. But
people weren't saying that when we drew them.
I knew people weren't saying that, but me personally, I always knew we were gonna beat them. Like they're a dead team. Let's face it. They only have David Silva. Who else in that team?
Well, no, everybody was talking about Isak. People were talking about Januzaj. They were talking about
Januzaj. We got rid of Januzaj.
I know we did. Fixer. That isn't what was being said. I remember reading the tweets, listening to the preview shows, reading the articles about how potent, how good their football was, how it would take Ollie's apart, and it didn't happen. I'm not scared of AC Milan. That isn't it. I just wanted an easier tie because
that's all it is. All it is the easiness of the draw. It's not about will get absolutely pammed in that.
Fixer, thank you very much for coming on, mate, and having your say. We're going to jump onto some more calls now. Keep hitting that like and share button. Get your super chats in as well. There's one more secret phrase in the envelope. It relates to a football style or a football tactic that gets phrase that's used on football Twitter, football social media, on the football terrace. Get your super chats in now. Next up on the show, we have Nuri. Nuri's a Spurs fan. How you doing, mate?
I'm so upset I went AC Milan, bro.
Why did you like AC Milan?
No, I'm only joking, bro.
What do you make of Tottenham's draw? It should be through, no problems, right?
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. Although the league's going a bit shit, I think they sort of favoured us. I mean, to be honest, it was like everyone was saying, get Arsenal, get Arsenal. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't actually mind that. All English tie. But yeah, I mean, got Dinamo Zagreb. Arsenal got Olympiacos. Yeah, it's a pretty decent draw. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Man United Milan game. That should be a good tie.
You know the man were like, yo, two of the biggest teams in European history in the Europa League. We gotta put them together. You know that's the thinking.
I want to check. Like, you know, both them balls were warm. They knew.
Yeah, they knew.
Two very hot balls in there. Like, watch your fingers. You'll feel them. Pull them out and pull them out like third or fourth. So
I'm calling. That's
what they did. 100%. Listen, Nuri, thanks for coming on.
Guys, you take it easy, yeah?
Links in the comment section if you want to get involved. Next up, we've got who we going for? We're going to go for Alex CFC next. Alex, welcome back to the terrace. What you saying?
Hey, Terry, how are you? All good?
Yeah, good, man. What's on your mind?
Look, the thing is, I think for Man United fans, this is kind of a good game for them to actually entertain me on a Thursday night. You know, like for the next couple of games, you'd have maybe a bit of a boring win. Now it's a bit more of a challenge, and for the entertainment purposes, maybe it could be good for Man U. You know, just to get that challenge, get a strong team out of the way. You know, it's going to be a good game. I think it's
Yo, Alex.
Yo.
No Man United game is entertaining for Man United fans because we're Man United.
Yeah,
fans.
but like, come on, like,
it's entertaining for you, my brother. It gives you a reason to watch.
Where I agree with Alex, it's definitely a game that I'm going to be more nervous. Like if we were playing Mold, if we were playing Zagreb, if we were playing Arsenal, you just go into it. It's like cool, it's training, nothing to worry about. But because it's a proper team. Now, I hear you on that. I do, Alex. Thank you for calling, bro. Appreciate all your support on the terrace. Thank you. It's not park the bus. The phrase is not park the bus. Keep your super chats coming. Guess a secret phrase to win a My Secret shirt box coming through. We're going to have, we were going to get Danny Devil in the details on, but he seems to have turned into a cake and he's gone. I love a good joke.
You've been a dad for too long, bro. You've been a dad.
Do you know what? Long. Honestly, my favorite jokes are unfunny. The more unfunny your joke is, the more it makes me laugh. I absolutely love them. Next up on the show, we're gonna get Philip Hunt. How you doing, Phil? You're a Liverpool fan. What do you make of the draw?
Pretty entertaining to watch. Mainly because of your guys' commentary, but I can't really laugh because I think we'll be there next season.
Liverpool fan,
So I can't really laugh anymore about that. But Milan United, that's a great game to get drawn. And of course, I'm rooting for Rangers. Of course, Steven Gerrard, the next Liverpool manager, getting an easy draw, and Arsenal getting Olympiacos. Yep.
I mean, it's. Do you know what is nice? Barring Man United or AC Milan going out, the quarterfinals are going to be fire.
Yeah,
whether Man United stay in or go out, because AC Milan or Man United, one of the two are definitely in the quarters. It's highly likely that Arsenal, Ajax, Man United or Milan, Spurs, one of Roma or Shakhtar are going to be in those quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Rangers probably as well. Like six of the eight would be really dangerous.
Can I ask something to like both you and KJ? Like, as United fans, let's say right now you guys were like 2 points behind City, and like you were still competing for the league. Would you want to like throw the Europa League away and focus on winning the league, or would you just? Yep.
Yes.
I wouldn't use the word throw it away, but I would put the, if we had a game on the Thursday and a game on the Sunday, I'd want my stronger team ready for the Sunday, but we're not. That's why this point's frustrating me, because I'd have liked a nice easy one. That way you could have put almost all your eggs into the league, almost got yourself secure, and then maybe switch it up for the latter stages of the Europa League. But yeah, right now, I think we can manage both. There's no one that I'm too scared of in that Europa League draw. Of course, they can beat us. We need to be on point, but they don't scare me. Phil, thank you for coming on, having your say, mate. Really appreciate that, and all your support of the Football Terrace, mate. Take care of yourself. Next up, we've got a man like Rams with us. All these Liverpool fans coming out.
No, Ram's gonna be like, oh yes, Milan, oh Maldini, South Zero,
Maldini. Yeah. How you doing, Ram? What football stories you got for us today, Ram boy?
Look,
Rambo.
I was just gonna talk about and obviously your draw, but mainly the fact that history is going to repeat itself and Arsenal are going to get knocked out by Olympiacos. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I was going to touch upon the fact that you actually took the words out of my mouth. I'm excited for the quarterfinals because there's going to be a lot of big teams in it, and the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham, United, Milan is going to be a good watch for every single fan across the world. Like, ideally, hopefully Rangers will go through. I think the draw that they got, it is a difficult one.
Who did they get again?
They got Slavia Prague.
Didn't I say they'll get Slavia Prague? Oh, hey.
Don't rule Slavia Prague out.
Yeah. Slavia Prague they knocked out Leicester for a reason. They're a very well good team.
Was he not playing for Olympiacos last year? A Simmer guy.
I'm not too sure. I don't know who he is.
I can find out. Simmer, he plays for Prague, right? Here we go.
I need to have some black guy in midfield, bro.
No, they don't.
He wasn't. That's why I know I'm laughing, but it made me laugh. There was just some dude. No, he wasn't. No, this is his season. But what's interesting about him? He's only 19. I listened to the commentators yesterday, and they said that about 3 Premier League clubs, one of them being West Ham, inquired about him in January. And Slavia Prague have already put a £50 million price tag on his name. Yeah, opening season, 22 games so far this season. Because obviously, I think in Prague they start the season later, don't they? But 22 games, 15 goals, 11 in the league, 4 in the Europa League. He looks decent, and he looks tall as well. Like he could do well in the Prem. In terms of favourites, Ram, who do you make favourites to win the Europa League?
Quality wise, it has to be Man United. And then Milan. So literally, it is the battle of the favourites, in my opinion. This.
So whoever wins this wins the Europa League.
I disagree. I disagree.
So. I think so. Down to their squad ability and like how
I think it is. I think ability wise, Man United. But I'm telling you, do not sleep on Emery. Don't sleep on him. There's a reason he's won this competition 3 times.
That is true. Who they got? Who they got this?
Villarreal. They've got. I think they got Molde or something. I think they got Molde.
Don't sleep on them. I'm telling you.
They got Dynamo Kiev. They got
Kiev. Ooh, that might be a tricky one, but they will probably breeze past that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is.
Like people, I've seen people in the comments. Go on. I know I've seen people in the comments saying Milan struggled against the team that they played. 2 draws in the end. But it's just a thing. When it comes to Manchester United, you have to expect teams raising their level. You just have to.
Yeah. Thing is, what you have to take into consideration as well is what are your league fixtures before these legs? Because Milan came off the back of playing Inter Milan or rather game. So you have to take those things into consideration. There's exhaustion, the mental fatigue and everything like that. But listen, the further you get into this, the more you see that winning mentality comes out by these teams.
No, I think we're coming back off Man City.
Yeah, no, we are. But I think with AC Milan, but they're also in a title race. So every game for them is huge. But every game for us is big. The way I look at it is this as well. The way, I don't know who they played in the last round. I can't remember. Probably low block. Hard to break down, difficult.
It was Red Star Belgrade.
Okay, cool. There we go. Man United are not going to be playing like that. Man United are going to be far more open. So it's always easier for teams to get at big sides, unless you're Man City, Bayern Munich, who are just absolutely elite, because there's more space to play in. It's going to be a good tie. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Look at that.
This Arsenal fixture, this Arsenal fixture is going to be a very difficult one because this team is improved compared to the team that beat us last year. This team is a different team. Like they got Young and Villa in there. They got Oblast playing at fullback. They've also got Bruma, who was once touted as a wonder kid.
Wonder kid,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Arsenal's going to have to be on the ball, and it's at home that they score a lot of goals. When they go away, they're not the greatest. So when we play them at their ground, we're going to have to treat that game with very tactical and actually try and make sure we don't concede.
Yo, Kesh, I'm telling you now, you're going through that easily. They're not Benfica. You know what I mean? They're not.
But they pose more threat.
Listen, I think I think when it comes to Arsenal, and I know people take this as banter, but there are no easy ties in relation to that, and I think that's very, very true indeed. Listen, Ram, thank you for coming on, having your say. We're going to do a couple more calls before we end today's stream. Next up, we're getting young Aaron on the show. Aaron, the Donny fan, slipping in them DMs. What you saying?
Yeah, very interesting times. I'm not going to lie to you. I think if I was a Donny fan, I'd be picking the likes of Slavia Prague. I'd be picking the likes of maybe AC Milan for a challenge because I think that's a really tough test for United. I think that obviously Zlatan's going to be a massive threat. He's going to want to get some payback on United. I think Arsenal Olympiacos is going to be an interesting tie. I think Olympiacos might use last season as not an advantage, but as an inspiration to maybe get something. And it's like you said, it depends what Arsenal turns up, to be honest, because they could turn up like they don't want to bottle the games, but they could turn up also as if they don't care, which is what Arsenal like to do sometimes. I think from a Spurs point of view, Dinamo Zagreb, and I've seen a couple of the young talents coming through, and I know they can play good football. So it's not going to be the easiest type of Spurs. Not going to completely write off Zagreb. Obviously, Unai Emery's got a history of winning this competition, so I think that he's got a good challenge. And going back on that Bruma, that wonder kid that could have had potentially, John Bostock could have been a wonder kid, and look where he is. He's playing at the keeper now. So anyone can produce anything. So overall, in terms of who I think is going to win the Europa League, I'd probably say Man United and AC Milan are in there. But my money is actually on Rangers. I've got my money on Rangers because I think that what they've been doing in the Scotland.
You always talk sense, and today that's just the biggest load of nonsense I've ever heard.
Wait, did he say to win the Europa League?
I'm only joking. Win the Europa League.
Look, the reason why I said Rangers is because I know Man United and AC Milan are the favourites, but I love a fairy tale story. I love how the underdog can become the big dog. And I love how Rangers have been playing the football recently, how they've been dominating the Scottish Premiership. And you look at, even though they got 2 goals from Royal Antwerp in that leg, look at how Rangers, their goals-wise, pulled them apart at times. And they've got they've got the goal threats to pull anyone apart. They've got the likes of Alfredo Morales, they've got Ryan Kent, an ex-Liverpool player. And, it's not obviously the bookie's choice, but I think they can do stuff. So, Rangers, AC Milan, Man United are my sort of favourites, but I think if I was a Donny Rovers fan and I was in the Europa League, obviously I'd be going with my team.
I hear you on that. I think that Rangers, listen, I don't know what they are to win it, 100-1, something like that. I don't see it myself, but listen, at least you articulated the reason for why. Listen, thank you
very much, Terry. Much appreciated. And
top man. Next up, who we're going to get on the show? Am I looking at back here? We're going to get, he's got his camera on. Military Gooner TV, we're going to get on. If someone's got a camera on, you're always more likely to be picked than someone without one. KJ disappeared, just as I was about to say that. Let's get Military Gooner TV on the show. What you saying, bro?
What's up, Terry? Hey, what's
How you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good. What did you make of Arsenal's draw today?
Predicted. It was quite predictable, honestly. I really thought that it would be the best draw for us, honestly, as well, because we have a history. We have now created a history with this team, and I do believe that this is the right time to prove to the fans that this team can do something. To go back to last game that we played against them, they didn't dominate us, to be fair. They won, but they didn't dominate us. And you see the same style of play in the game that we played against Benfica, where we dominated the game and then we committed our own suicidal acts and then it cost us. But I expect us to really go through this one quite easy because they're not playing good. I see many people saying they're playing good. I've seen them quite a few times this season. I watch a lot of football. They're not playing that good. But what they're dangerous on is the counter. They sit back and counter well. They play similar to Manchester United on counter. Quick, sharp, and aggressive on counter. And that real counter football hasn't really defeated us for such a long time now. Most time we're just losing based off our own ilk, losing our own battle and then throwing away our own game. But so I'm not worried about them. It's the next game I'll be worrying about now, in which we have the game in between and something would have to be prioritized, either the league or the Europa League. That is my worry.
Good points being made there, bro. Thank you very much. By the way, I say the haircut, the facial, just look like slightly more grown KJ there. Got the vibes there, like the hair blend on the side. I see that there. The Guna version of KJ on the show. I'm liking that. I'm liking that, bro.
Foolishness. You look good, my brother, and I look good.
Yeah, you do. It looks similar. No doubt. The hair, I think it's the blend. I think it's the hair. The haircut does it for me. Slightly more trim than the KJ's, but there we go. Listen, bro, thanks for coming on the show, mate, and I'll chat to you again soon. Great points being made there, my guy. Next up, we're going to go to young Samuel, another Gooner. What do you make of the draw, young man?
Bro, nightmares from last year. El Arabi still in my head, Terry, from last year, you know. I think that was the game that cancelled the entire Premier League season because I think the Olympiacos owner had COVID in that game. Then the whole outbreak happened. I think that was the game that closed the Premier League. But all in all, bruv, if we got
well down.
Yeah, that was the game though. But if we lose to them again, delete the club. That's my only opinion. Delete the club, you know. Because if we got to Olympiacos 2 years in a row, I mean, we're just dead food. As for the United game, yeah, I got a stipulation. The loser of that game keeps Diego Dallo. That should be the rule of the game.
Well, so you just saw the tweet on Twitter and said that, yeah.
No,
yeah.
But honestly,
I know your game.
Whoa. What's the tweet?
It was loser.
The tweet is basically whoever loses keeps Dallo.
I definitely want to win then. Like, I mean, I definitely want to win. Is he allowed to play?
No, I don't think he's allowed to
play. No, only if United give permission.
Unless United put it in the contract.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be playing against us. And if he is...
Yeah. I'm not bothered. Samuel,
he doesn't start though, does he?
Not really, no.
I don't know.
He played last night, I think. Yeah, he played last night.
Samuel, are you confident of beating Olympiacos though?
Part of me says yes, part of me says no. I mean, this is the way we are as fans. You know, we've got Thomas Partey now, but as Kesh pointed out, that they've improved. We've got Jan and Vien in the team now. So it's a better team than last year, and we've regressed. So I think it's an evenly matched great game. That's what I think.
I think you're putting them to the sword, man. You know
no, man, don't do this, bro.
No, I'm being serious. I genuinely think you're.
You know what though? No, I think what you'll see in this game is a more Arsenal with their head on because of what happened last season. I think they'll be more focused and they'll try to eradicate those mistakes that they've been making in recent games. I think you see a lot more professional job done.
One more thing. Do you see Spurs going out?
No.
No.
It's not. No. Like if they do, it's the ultimate L. That's the thing I would say with Arsenal and Spurs and Rangers draws. If they go out, it's banter FC to the hill. Man United go out, it's like it's AC Milan. A lot of people are saying they're going to beat us. So there's in some respects there's less pressure on Man United because of that. But there we go. Listen, Samuel, thank you very much for coming on. We had another super chat here that says freestyle football is that the phrase. It's not. No one's guessed the phrase. We've got 2 more minutes until the stream ends. If you want to get your super chat in and guess the final secret phrase to go into the prize draw during tonight's Chelsea Man United preview, get yourselves involved. The Chelsea Man United preview is going to be heated. We saw bits and bobs going at it last night with Matisse and the Grand Dam. It's going to be even more heated tonight. So make sure you're tuning in from 5 p.m. 9 o'clock tonight. Kendall's back with the all-female podcast. So make sure you're tuning in for that at 9 p.m. this evening. Make sure you're doing that and get your super chats in. But there we go. There's a draw. It's been done. It's the Europa League. It's, with all due respect, it's never as exciting as the Champions League, but it's what we're in now, boys. It's where we are. It's the levels we're at. It's
just why Milan? Why Milan? And again, it's not over the fact that I'm so scared they're gonna beat us and they're gonna destroy. It's not that. It's not that. We can win that game, and I believe we will win that game anyway. It's just tough. It's just why, you know what I mean? It's just another difficult game in a season where we don't need difficult games back to back to back. Like you saw that little run that Nick's put up: Man City, Milan, West Ham, Milan, Leicester. Oh no, wait, or Leicester. Either way, that run is not nice for any team. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need that right now. I wanted Mold to go through nice and easy, focus on the league, and then when it gets to quarterfinals, semi-finals, then I'll be like, cool, let's go full pelt. But now we have to go full pelt again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally get that. So we are going to end the stream now. The phrase, just so everyone knows what it was, the phrase was individual brilliance. It was individual brilliance was the phrase that nobody revealed today. So thank you for everyone that's participated. The live draw will be during the preview show, so we'll find out who the winner is. But until then, everybody take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless.